what's coming into the current moment for the general collective. This is for all signs. Okay, the people that come against you, they're going to be having missed opportunities, okay, for coming against you. They were trying to cloak their energy, but now they've been seen, okay? There was 3 of them involved. These energies may live near a bridge, okay? They were trying to cloak their energy. Yeah, they're going to be having missed opportunities coming for you. These were very dark energies, okay? Demonic, I'm picking up. Any more messages in regards to this situation and these people? Who else is involved? Who else is involved? Yeah. This Virgo energy, one of them, okay, they can't hide anymore. They've been seen. Because the Hermit is like, they wasn't able to trap you, okay, see? Spirit has caught these energies. I'm picking up, yeah, you could have been using your intuition. There could have been a water sign involved as well. A Pisces, a Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? But you may have that in your placement, but I don't know if this is the mother to some of these energies. And the reason why I'm saying that is that duck there and the little babies. What's going to happen to these 3? There's Virgo energy. Someone may feel foolish for taking this leap of faith, okay? Yeah, they're going to be having, this was a missed opportunity. Someone was warned, this Virgo was warned. They weren't watching, okay? They was just so hell-bent on just with the rest of them for coming for you, okay? Yeah. There'll be no celebrations when it comes to the 3. They ain't going to be celebrating. And they just didn't know when to stop, okay? They ain't able to plant seeds anymore. pay people behind the scenes. They're not able to plant seeds no more, okay? They were trying to, it's like they were trying to dig up dirt on you, okay? Or they were using, like just lying on your name. They ain't going to be able to plant, yeah? It's like they just didn't know when to stop. Like, but they're going to be their own demise. I'm picking up these three. It's like you could be someone that's getting some type of public recognition, okay, where you're being rewarded, and they wanted to try to stop you. But whatever you were speaking truth of the sword, okay? Yeah, they didn't want you getting public recognition and being rewarded, okay? You may have also had like another air sign, like watching. You were protected. This cycle's closed out. You were protected. They just didn't know to walk away from this, okay? They're not going to be able to walk away from this in a sense of get away with it. They're not going to get away with it. I'm hearing they're not going to be able to to embark on another journey, okay? Conflict, fights, disagreements. There's a group, could be, yeah, they're very chaotic, okay? Could be like young energies, immature, okay? In how they were going about things. They're just criminals that, you know, just not good people at all. In a sense of them some represents exposure or shining a light on this group, the situation. They may, it's like you're gifted, okay? You know, say something about a child or children or something like that, okay? But I'm seeing that, you know, you're shining the light on this situation, okay? There was something like, I'm picking up, they tried to set you up, or they just didn't know when to leave you alone, okay? There's a lot of lies here, okay? Two people, man. Two of Swords. Yeah, there's like, but I'm picking up someone who's, they're at a crossroads, they don't know which way to turn, okay? It's like they keep travelling back and forth or travelling around you, okay? Divine Feminine. You were very guarded towards like this energy because, you know, they're just, these energies, they were trying to cloak their energy, okay? There could have been something they were involved in behind the scenes, okay? You were very intuitive with the Queen of Cups. You could be someone that's very empathetic, okay? It's like people may be putting their boundaries up to this energy. Yeah, they ain't going to be able to manifest, and their magic ain't working. So they may have had some type of altar, but their magic ain't working. That come in reverse. You know, one of them may have, someone from your past may want to return, okay? Page of Cups. A lot of emotions, okay? I may want to apologise or something like that for maybe listening to these people or making up some BS. Like passion or adventure. So you've got a passion for a new adventure, okay? New adventure. These were trickster energies. Clowns, basically, Spirit is saying. They just didn't know around, tricking people, lying, off. Yeah, they're tricksters. They trick people. They tricked others, okay, into trying to prevent you from building, planting seeds, okay? They tricked others. They didn't want you getting recognition or being rewarded. They tricked others, okay? Oh, they're receiving bad karma. I mean, the wheel upright is good karma. They're receiving bad karma. They're going to receive bad karma in their life for doing this to you. But they also wanted to turn your wheel of fortune. They wanted to be on top when it comes to you. Okay? They wanted you underneath. Yeah, they wanted to steal your destiny. 8 of Wands. They kept travelling back and forth. Rapid. Fast action. Wands. They may have lies, okay? This could be represent, you know, the wands. So they were sending you something, okay? Some type of bad energy, all right? They're trying to send you, they're masking their energy. They're definitely into some type of witchcraft, okay? And they were sending some energy, but this is going back to them, I'm picking up. Or you may have called spirit, definitely, your spirit guide definitely got involved, okay? And may have called on, you may have called on archangels, okay? They came, something happened quick. So, yeah, someone here, there was someone that had money, but they're going to lose their money, their riches. King of Pentacles in reverse. Everything they wanted for you is going back to them, okay? If they didn't want you building, they didn't want you getting recognition, they didn't want you seen in the public, they're not going to get seen in the public because they may go to prison. They didn't want you manifesting, they can't manifest. They wanted you losing money, they tried to affect your money, they're going to lose money. They wanted you living in poverty, they're going to live in poverty. Knight of Wands. Yeah, they were very passionate about doing this, okay? Again, they could have been, they may have tried to set something up, like behind the scenes, okay? Involving, there was a lot of lies. They made false reports, okay? They may have set something up with a photograph, or, you know, saying that you're a prostitute, or they may have used your photo, or said that you were sending messages, okay? Or they could have been sending a lot of men round you, like making out like you're something that you're not. A lot of you could have had all different men like approaching you. I mean, the Knight of Wands, that's a lustful in and out energy, okay? So yeah, they there for a good time, not a long time. So they may have said like you were easy, you're a prostitute, okay? They may made something look like these people are going to, do you know what, for this, they're going to go to jail. They need to go to jail for a long, long time. This is serious. They may have set you up to get RAPED. Like, this is a bunch of men. Like, this is serious. Like, especially if you're a woman on your own. Like, yeah, Empress, you could be, you're very loving, or you could have children, you could be a mother yourself. It's like they may have sent one of their friends towards you to try to poison. Like, look, we've got the fish here. Like, someone come towards you with a fishy offering, a page of cards. They're very immature. Like, you could be a big woman to these people. Something about sending messages out, or they were saying that you were sending messages out. They may have said that you were sending messages out They could have used your photo on an online thing, something to do with online, offering sex or a dating app or something like that, or look at them, all three of them. But you see that person there, it's like, you see that person there? It's like someone's listening. They may have been getting watched, all right? You see that person there behind them? They were working with a mason, so that means someone in authority, okay? It's like they made this up, they presenting, like all getting together. So what can we say? How can we do this then? Okay? Maybe, I don't know, maybe they wear clothes like that. Maybe someone's like Muslim or something, okay, that they're coming together with. These energies are dark, okay? Again, that looks like a priest there. So they could have been meeting up in a church, collaborating in regards to money. They were making money from you as well. And they've got the audacity to yeah, it could be someone that's, there could be Somalian or something like that, or some of them could be involved. One or two of them could be Somalian, or someone's parents, or someone has something about Somalian, okay? Well, you know, that they act like they've got this religion, but then they're making up all this online, making money from you. These people are fools. It could have been someone and their partner. Someone's here. Maybe they're tall. Someone and their mother, they may be tall. Someone's hair, they may have like some type of receding hair. I mean, there's a book up there. They were collaborating to make money. They made money for him. Okay? So you may have had all, like, people, they're evil. Like, that's serious. You could have had, you know, like, some of you out there had all finding out your home, or you was getting followed by some strangers. These people need to go to jail for a long time. Some of them, they're working with corrupt officials, okay? Eight of Pentacles. Every time you kept trying to build, it's like they kept trying to, they were building some fabricated, like building, like yeah, they were definitely making money from you from behind the scenes. Yeah, they were building on something. They made some money on you. That's disgusting. But they were getting you investigated again. They were trying to make out like you're a sex worker, or you do something online, okay? Or they may have done something concerning children, or they lied, okay? Something like where it would attract sickos, basically. Do you understand? And then they They're the investigators. Queen of Pentacles. It could have been something like you was trying to build, okay? You're trying to build something, okay? All right? They lied about you, but you're just over there. Like, the way how they said that you was making your money isn't. Like, you made online presence, something like that, okay? With the Six of Wands. But some truth come out. You know what they done? It's like, I mean, I said this in my last reading. It's like they made something look like it was you. You use your information, okay? Okay? They're collaborating in the dark. Then they got some corrupt official to get you investigated. Or the same corrupt people that they use were the ones who's like saying, oh, we need to investigate that person because, you know, this, that and the other. But they set it up that way. That someone's wearing a vest. So they may like wear a vest under their clothes, yeah? Yeah, it's an investigator. Hi. What a bunch of evil, wicked, sadistic, no good, trash talking individuals. The karma you're going to get, let me tell you. What goes around comes back around. Remember that. Then most people were jealous of what you were doing. They got in with the magician in reverse. They were paying a practitioner, and you've got the audacity to say, oh, I'm religious. Like, yeah, please, whatever. Okay, that's just for some. Six of Wands, yeah, they were jealous because whatever it was, you was getting recognised, getting public recognition. Yeah, jealousy, jealous. And jealousy's eating his people alive. I mean, you know, I'm not racist towards any other culture, but let me tell you people something. Like, you come over here, yeah, you're given opportunities, and then you want to try to come against people that are born and bred here. These people are evil. You're going to hell. That's where you need to go back to where you come from. Your demons, okay? All this masking in this, that's what you are. You know, there could have been some people that come from a different culture than you. Okay? whoever these people are, wherever they, whatever, I don't know what their background is, whatever, okay? But let's just say if there is a couple like this, all right, that could have been involved, or people in the community, you know, you get all different religions. You get nice people, you get bad people. John Stan, I'm not here, I'm not judging. I'm not saying, oh no, they're all bad like that. I'm not saying that at all. But you're pure evil. You're pure evil. Okay? You're part of a cult. There's nothing less than... You were trying to mask your energy. Like you're trying to cloak yourself. Alright? You're trying to cloak yourself. I don't know if someone here may get deported back to their country, or I mean, this could be from overseas. Oh, the tower. So there could have been, I mean, the tower, maybe someone lived in the tower block or something like that, okay? But something backfired. There could have been all different neighbours that lived in some type of tower block or something like that, okay? But something backfired. There may have been something about a fire at the top. Maybe that's been flagged. Or maybe the investigators now are putting the puzzle pieces together. Oh yeah, like I remember that fire there. Yeah, something backfired. Confirmation. Yeah, their foundation was started crumbling. They wanted to steal people, right? The reason why I say about someone of a religious background, because where I used to live, there was a particular Somalian who said to me, and he lived in a tower block, he said to me, there was someone on YouTube once, okay, and he said, I don't know, this guy, I think he had got thousands of views, or he was driving in nice sports cars, or he was doing well on there, and someone said, can you earn a lot of money on there, or can you, I said, I don't know, I suppose if you put the work in, with anything in life, you can do well. Depends if you know, if you water it, like, you know, if a plant, if you let it die, it will die. If you don't take care of it, it won't flourish. So this Somalian guy said to me, okay. So everyone, don't think like, you know, I'm against that, or people of comes from different religious backgrounds. I don't at all. But the reason why I said this, because this card reminds me of the same person, and that could be him and his mother. Do you understand? Or him and his partner. But there was an African woman that lived, I think, a few floors above him. And he said that he was married to her, and she had a daughter. And where I used to live, it was opposite a tower block like this, and there was a fire right at the top. That's my situation. So don't think like, you know, oh God, you know, don't be like that against other. I'm not. I'm just explaining my situation. There's a group of them. They try to bring conflict, chaos. Again, I'm not going to lie as well in regards to my, I'm not going to keep using my, but I feel I have to flag this up. It's like sometimes when I would do my readings, okay, and I'd be in my sitting room, they would all be outside my window, okay. Like there was one summertime, I think I had a dress on when I was doing a reading, and I heard them screaming up, "Ah, she's got a dress on!" Like it was a group of them outside, and it was the same group where when they said about, because I had the Himalayan salt lamp, okay, and the group, like, they tried to intimidate me. There was loads of them outside, okay. They were like, "Ah, look, red light district," like, okay. And when they said that, then it just adds up to this for me. I went to the co-op. I had an African guy on the phone, sitting outside some cafe opposite the co-op, on the phone to someone, staring at me. I walked in the co-op. I was just buying a few bits and pieces. This man started following me around the shop. Then he come up to me and said, "Ah, I think you're very, very nice." I said, "Excuse me." I said, "I'm married." I'm not, but I just walked off. And then I went to the corner shop. There was another guy outside on the phone. So I had all these men just watching me. Then I called the police. Then I had CCTV. Then I showed the police when they come. I said, "Look, there's a bunch of men opposite across the road." And like they were pointing up at my window. And then these police said that I was paranoid. What do you mean I'm paranoid? And I've got a bunch of weird-ass men following me around the streets. And then you want to say that I'm paranoid. But these are the same corrupt ones. Do you understand? Ace of Swords. Yeah, truth. You got the truth and clarity. Yeah. Okay. God is saying that is the truth. And then this same Somalian one, they used to, he had a dog. He used to keep walking past because, like, I had my CCTV that no one could see. I had it pointing right down opposite the bus stop. So I'd put it on my I'd put it on my monitor, and I'd be watching them walking past. This same Somalian walking past on the opposite side of the road with their dog, looking up at my window. So they were using their friend to spy and watch. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ten of Cups, it was a couple as well involved. Yeah. You were a bold communicator. I mean, these could have been, look, because, again, whatever you were doing, you had, like, good investigators watching. Knew that you were speaking the truth, okay? With the Ace of Swords. So they were, like, behind you. Then they may have rushed and communicated. Look, there's a couple of them there, okay? So maybe things, there could have been something that you were saying where something that you said may have put all the puzzle pieces together. Do you understand? This is why Spirit says keep speaking the truth, don't leave out anything. This earth sign energy, there's 2 rabbits there. It's like this earth sign, these, I mean, that could represent them and their partner, okay, or whoever. It's like they may have been paid, someone paid something, okay, someone paid someone, but they saw that you was getting opportunities, or an opportunity, or they were making money from you. But little did they know they were going deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, okay, because they just didn't know when to stop. Delphine, French, Rosa, Garcia. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, generational wealth, leaving a legacy. These people, they can't be well, man. I'm telling you, because you know, it's like, let's just say, like, if you're someone that bakes cakes and then you're like, you know, you set up your own recipe, and then you're like, then you start selling them, and then you're like, you can afford to get yourself a shop, okay? And then the next thing you're like, oh, let me rent that shop out. And then you put all your bits and pieces in the shop, and then you go back the following day, and then you may have neighbours that you don't get on with, or they've always, you know, whispered and talked behind your back, or they were just jealous, or you were someone that minded your business. And then you go back to the shop the following day and all the windows are smashed in. It's like they didn't want you, it's like they wanted the money, it's like they wanted to put you in some financial, they wanted you to give up. Like, okay, so then you go and fix the windows, then a week later you go to the shop again, the windows are smashed again. Do you understand? It's like they didn't want you putting in money into whatever it was that you were building. Yeah, they were watching your ships coming in, okay? And they were like, oh no, we can't have that. We can't have them building on their legacy and getting generational wealth, or being successful, or whatever it was. Let's try to destroy it, okay? There could have been up to 7 involved. I mean, it could have been 3 people. I mean, they were the 3 that was at the top that got all the rest of the people involved, okay? There was a group of them. Conflict, chaos, drama, competition. Like, these could be like some women, some men, but majority of them men. Like, in competition. Like, you weren't bothering these people. This is a bunch of low-life scumbags. Yeah, because you were independent, self-reliant. Yeah, look. So we had over there, all on your own. They got all these energies, stalking you, watching you, making up lies, following you, using other energies to come and knock your door, trying to set you up, going back to the police, reporting this, reporting that. All the time, you weren't even bothering them. You're just minding your own business, trying to build on, you know, making your life better, or you're just... It's like they were looking ahead, okay? Like, oh, no. I mean, in the near future, she could have a nice house out of this, yeah, or she could buy this out of that. They're like, oh, no, no, we can't have that. We're in competition. Let's try to ruin it. Or these other corrupt officials, all right? There could have been others here, like, I don't know, maybe they didn't like their job, or all they wanted to do was get a promotion. So they were like, oh, I know, let's use her. Yeah, we'll go along with the lie and the corruption. Some of you literally, you know, you may have been like this. Sad, depressed, anxious. I mean, anyone would be, wouldn't they, really? Maybe at one stage you was living in fear. Like, that's a scary situation. Like, you're a woman all alone. You've got, like, all these widows, like, coming at you. And people in authority doing this to you, using energy to come against you. The corrupt ones I'm talking about, okay? Just because they wanted to get a promotion. There could have been another situation, again, when I moved to another area, after I moved away from this area, okay? I had another Somalian. Apparently, he was high on drugs, or he was a CRACK head, okay? He lunged at me with a knife. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? You know, imagine if that had gone another way, or I'd landed on that knife. Like, I've got children. So these people all right for my son to bury his mother, yeah? I'm just saying it could have turned out I could have died. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's serious. Like, fucking serious. Every sword that they put in your back, they can't get up from this. I'm telling you, they are ruins. Let me tell you, because what they done to some of you out there, all right, like myself, this is serious. They're not going to get up from this. Some of these people, literally, they wanted you DEAD. Like, this is serious. Like, attempted murder. Like, there's a lot of charges here. Fraud. I'm picking up. Like, there could be a whole list of charges coming for these people. Yeah. The dawn rises after the darkness. These people are evil and wicked. They are evil. Okay? Evil. There ain't no other word for it. They're straight out evil. Okay? They must be wanting to try to get you trafficked as well. Like, there's a whole heap of charges I'm seeing for these people. Okay? They may have sent a hitman towards you. Someone here tried to be methodical. They're all making money out of you. They're making money. Out of us, out of you. I'm not going to lie. Every time I was walking down the street or wherever I lived before, like I see a van pull up, I'd be looking around every minute. Like, where I used to live, I walked in. I saw, like, as I was going into, because I lived in the estate, as I walked into the estate, I see a black guy with a van. I don't know if he was one of them that was corrupt or what, that was undercover or whatever. I don't know, right? And it's like, he'd been given the heads up. I walked into the estate. I see the van. So it's like he must have looked in his mirror, seen me coming into the estate, then he drove round to where I live. So that set off alarm bells for me. Then as I've gained entry, did I go the front way or the back way. Then I think, yeah, I went the front way. Then I see another black guy standing at the back, the exit. So I had one guy in one white van. Then I had this other guy standing at the exit door. It wasn't a nice experience, I'm not going to lie, okay? And not only that, this first estate where this happened, like I hadn't long lost, prior to move there, like I lost my brother. Then I lost my mum. Then I lost my dad. Then my dog got hit by a car and died. It was just, and then I had all this going on as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? Getting over domestic violence. Dealing with the fact that, you know, other things. Like, it was just one thing after another. Like, they didn't want you, you wish fulfillment, okay? Wishes granted. But some of you now, again, that's why Spirit says share your story. Share your story. Because these energies need to be held accountable for what they've done, because I didn't bother none of them. Yes, back in the day I had a little drinking problem. I wasn't an alcoholic, I was more a binge drinker. But that's because of the things that I, you know, the grief I was going through, situations I was going through. Do you understand what I'm saying? There was a whole heap of other things I was trying to deal with in my life. And then I come to have to deal with these scumbags. Do you understand? That's what they are, yeah? And this main one, this Virgo one, him and his partner, you're the two. There's three. I don't know who the other person is, but these people, all of them involved, yeah? King of Swords. I mean, this is a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius. I don't know. This is someone that they tried to send towards you. I don't know. Okay, or I mean, look, we've got all skulls there, and do you understand what I mean? Death, like it's or maybe they hurt animals, okay? Or they use, I mean, I showed you the picture of that guy in the block when he had that, he looked like an animal skull. Like, I don't know what it was, but I saw that in his hand, and I said, I saw him in the left, and I was like, what's this? I showed him, I didn't know him. I said, what's this? He said, oh, it's a bagel. I said, yeah, all right. And I just went about my business, yeah? Because what they do is, these people are sick, right? These people are sick. Walking past you with these like bone things or whatever it is, or doing their witchcraft and saying, casting something as they're walking past. But I lived high up at the time, and I see him. And someone said, take a picture. And when I zoomed in, I was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And, you know, I didn't even say anything to a couple of people I knew. I said, what do you make of that? They went, what is that? That's an animal head. I said, you see? Then I showed another woman, okay? She was like, no, that's scary. Like, these people are sick. The Lovers. There's a fire sign here. They try to block you from getting in a relationship, because they wanted people to look at you like you're a hoe, or you're Jezebel, or oh no, don't go with her, or yeah, she's a slag, or she's a hoe, or she sells herself, or that's how she makes her money. Yeah, they're tricksters. It's just clowns, like, yeah. They just didn't know when to stop. They kept going around and around with this situation. Page of Swords. Someone was watching. I mean, we've got like a scarecrow, so they're trying to scare you, right? That looks like taking a shot, you know, like they want to scare you. Of course you're going to be guarded and vigilant. You were aware they wanted to sacrifice you. Yeah, they even like wants to pay hitman, and these people, like, at the end of the day, they don't know, like, who. You see, some of them, they just thought, like, okay, oh, she's on her own. They don't know my background. They don't know who my family is. I've got a big family. Like, there's a lot of people that know my family. Okay, there's some of them that I don't talk to, but that happens with all families. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Or someone here may have got to find out who you was attached to. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, justice, like Libra energy, getting justice, or now the courts are involved. I mean, they could be going to Crown Court. That's the serious. I'm picking up, they ain't going to no little backstreet magistrates. Like, this is really serious. Like, I mean, yeah, I kept living my life, still doing what I'm doing, going out on the street, or, like, what I mean by the street, like, going outside. I weren't about to hide in my house, like being scared, because that's how they want you. Do you understand? And I weren't about to live in fear. Okay? Some of you, your spirit guides could be seagulls. Okay? Something about seagulls. Well, they are God's messengers. Yeah, they tried to sacrifice you. You was aware that they tried to sacrifice you, or they wanted you to sacrifice yourself, okay, because they're doing some dark magic on you. Ace of Pentacles. But the universe is watching all the time. Hello, my beautiful spiritual sister and family. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Hello, family. Yeah, these people, like, that's who they come for. But then, you know, again, as I said, the universe saw what these people were doing. I mean, literally, the universe was like, enough is enough, because they just didn't stop. They didn't know when to stop, okay? they again, as I said, yeah, the archangels, they come through for you, boy, I'm telling you. These people, again, behind the scenes, they would do things to trigger you, to make you act out a certain way. Or, again, it was the magic they were doing, okay? That would, you know, because some of you, they were cloaking their energy. And, you know, if you were an earth angel, again, it's like angels view, there's like principalities against, it's darkness against the light. Do you understand what I mean? But also, it was your mission. Like, you know, you've got to have a pathway there, you see? It was your mission. So, that sometimes we don't understand what it is, like why we go through these things. But God was like, don't worry, I've got you, I'm watching. They ain't going to get away with this. So at the time, a lot of you didn't realise, okay? But you walked in faith, you still kept going. Yeah, they're trying to play with your mind, okay? When I lived in a place called Feltham, I lived at temporary accommodation. There was a family next door. There was a guy there. I see him with a blonde woman, and he was a white guy. And I was walking around the corner because it's like a bend as you go to like the pizza shop. And as I was walking around the corner, he spun, literally spun, like put his foot down. I literally had to jump back on the pavement. So these people as well, they're trying to knock you over, like cause you accidents. There was a Sagittarius involved. He's a shapeshifter. Yeah. And it's funny because this same Somalian in this blog, I asked him, I said, what star sign are you? He said, oh, Sagittarius and Gemini. Shapeshifter. You don't even know. Maybe some of these people have come from a different country. I don't know. He seemed very feminine to me, though, that person. I didn't know him that well, but he seemed very feminine. You just don't know if these people, like, have had sex changes or... I don't know, man. Some of them, again, they were using drug addicts, okay? Paying drug addicts, okay? To watch and follow and stalk and report back to them. That's the coven. They tried to say that you were like selling drugs as well. I had them knocking my door and saying, do you want to put all this money in your account? I'm like, I don't know you. And I just slammed the door. Like, what? Yeah, I had all drug addicts. As I'm coming out the lift, they're at the bottom of the stairs. I'm going out one exit and they're walking out the next. And I reported this to the police. I said, these people are trying to set me up. I could see what was going on around me. Then I had another guy saying his friend had pushed a gun in my face. Then I gave the photo to the police. I said, that's him. I've got the photo of him here. After a week, they said, oh, we're closing the case. We can't find him. I said, what do you mean you're closing it? I said, he's got a record. Is that not dodgy or what? They're telling me in my face there was like an inspector. He had like a flat hat, okay? And there was two women. There's 3 of them that come in my flat. And he goes, right, we need to put out a... So they're going to use this picture and circulate it around the police station. They're going to arrest him for, what's it? He said, like, attempted murder, because, like, that's threatening someone's life, isn't it? And then the next thing, within a week, I'm getting told the case is closed. I'm like, what? The man's threatening my life. Like, are you crazy? Like, that's serious. Look, angel of death. Boy. Hear the crow? Yeah, it's like these people, like, because you were protected, okay? They're in problems. I mean, this could be them in a prison cell, or they could be locked up in a mental asylum or something where there's no escape. I mean, they need to be put in a room like this. Like with, I think with straitjackets, to be honest, like they're sick. They're sick. Like that's bars on the window. They're sick. Yeah, they need to be locked away in this place for many, 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 many years, okay? Because how many other people have this group done it to? How many other murders are they guilty for? Do you understand? This ain't their first time doing this, I'm telling you. But it's their life. For you. Light always wins over darkness. You're going to be able to move forward to calmer waters. Knight of Cups. Oh, some may come towards you. Yeah, they're things in their life are coming to an end. It's over for them. Archangel Michael's furious. Okay? Like that horn was blown. Yeah? Oh, they were watching. Like some of you've earned your wings. You understand what I mean? It's like, you know, you know what your purpose is. Some of you may have called on all the angels, okay? They want to hold you back from making money. They want to hold on to you for making money, or they were making money from you, okay? They need all that money needs to be. It's disgusting. They must be living it up on your name. It's disgusting. Could have been a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Their wishes were getting granted. Two of Cups. Yeah, you may, you know, come into union. They're burdens, okay, now. They're going to have, when I mean, alright, I'm just seeing here. They've got a lot of burdens to carry, like, boy, when I mean a heavy load, this is a heavy load for them, like, they're going to wish they never come for you. But I think where they kept making reports, of course you're going to get investigated, and then you're not doing what they're saying. Like, you're just there minding your own business. Okay, some of you are readers. They're over there, they're thinking they're making, like, you've got a big old bag of money. Like, no. Some of us, we're not doing it for money. Some of us, we're doing it to help others out. Do you understand? By giving messages. Because, like, this is serious. This is helping other people that don't know what's going on in their life, to give them the heads up. Like, you need to be mindful of this person around you, or what's going on, or, yeah, you stood your high ground. Some of you need to stand your high ground. Some of you are going to be, or you're moving forward to calmer waters, okay? You kept blocking them left, right and centre. Queen of Swords, yeah, you spoke the truth. Yeah, they could be losing their home. People losing, yeah, they're going to be out on the street. People are turning their back to them, don't want nothing to do with them. People are disgusted. Maybe they can't even go into their own synagogues, I don't know. Maybe they'll shut the door on them as well, because they're like, no. Again, as I said, not, you know, there's some people, you know, if they have a religion or they come from a certain background, some people from their own type of background will be disgusted, like you've put a shame on our name, or you're making us all look bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. Broke, busted. They're going to be out on the street. Right. Yeah, some of them was getting followed, watched. They wanted to get you kidnapped, trafficked. They're in some serious problems. These people, boy, I tell you. Just... heartless. Heartless, yes. Heartless, cruel, wicked, evil, sick, twisted, psychopaths. There ain't no other word for them. Psychopaths need to be dealt with accordingly. They're a danger to the public. They're a danger to the self, and they're a danger to the public. They should never be allowed out on the street again. Because if they've got that type of mindset, they need to be locked up indefinitely. If I was a judge, they wouldn't get out again, I'll tell you that. They wouldn't see the daylight again, I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know, you know, countries you're in, but some countries, like, you can get like the same ending they want to cause you. But some of them may have to go into like solitary confinement for their own protection, because there's people. Some of these men's jails ain't nice. And they can't wait to get their hands on these type of people in jail. They're like, yeah, is that what you done? There's some real bad gangsters out there that won't, like, that they're not into bullying women, or like, but when they find out, like, you know, you were on your own and you're a single woman, and they set this up to do this to you, they'll be like, yeah. Let them go in jail and go and face the real bad man. They think they're bad. You watch when they go in the jail and they come across the real bad man. Yeah, they'll know what bad is when they come across these people. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna have a field day with them in prison. Let me tell you. Yeah, they want you to get RAPED. Yeah, they're gonna be someone's ish in there. BITCH. Trust me. Oh, they're panicking. They're worrying. No, no, don't put me in. I can just imagine them. No, no, please, I don't want to go with them. Like, yeah? No, no. Go on. There you go. Yeah? Yeah, just feed them to the wolves. I mean, as well, like, they threw you to the wolves. You come out wearing the coat and the hat and the boots. They fed you to the wolves. You come out, yeah? Yeah. Do you like my wolf jacket, my hat, my boots? Yeah? Yeah, they threw you to the wolves. They threw you to the wolves, boy. Yeah. I'm hearing, oh, they're gonna have a field day with them when they get their hands on them. They're gonna know what evil is when they come across these people. Have a good day, and thank you for the lovely messages. Bye.